let's get this started sooner the better. Right, let's see. Today we're gonna watch or rewatch the Nintendo Direct. So context, I've only like listened to a bit of the Direct while at work. Don't let anybody know, but I didn't end up being able to be fully attentive to watch it, so I want to spend just the stream going over that Direct. To also just so I have something archived of me looking over it, because I think that's kind of cool. But also to actually see what they showed on some of those trailers, because I didn't get a chance to even look. I only listened in on some of the announcements, so I do know a lot of what was revealed. I just never really got to see it, and then it wasn't like until like I was reading like Reddit articles. So let's move over to my other scene. This one. Oh shit. And not kill the music. My bad. Well, it's gonna restart. And yeah, we can get this started. Because I kind of just want to get straight into it because it's a whole hour long. And let's see, where is, there we go. Let's pull this up. I should probably kill the music for this too. Actually, should I kill the music or just lower it? No, the music's gonna conflict, so yeah, I'll kill the music. Alright, yeah, let's go straight into it. Let's full screen this too. Yeah, unfortunately, again, this came out while I was working. But it's about time we get a new console. What, like 8 years since the first Switch came out, so yeah. Saw a bit of this. Yoshi's. Is that canon now? That Yoshi owns a burger joint? I feel like it's very typical of Nintendo to always have like a launch title Mario Kart for their new consoles. Actually, wait, was Mario Kart 8 launch title, or was it like later in Mario Kart 8? Let me look that up. Did Mario Kart 8, that was May of 2014. Was that a launch title? Because I thought Zelda was. Oh no, wait. Mario Kart 8 was a Wii U release, wasn't it? And then it got brought over to Switch. So yeah, it wasn't even a launch title. Well, oh no, but Switch got Deluxe. That's what it was. So yeah. I just... Oh man. Mario Kart World. This isn't Monster Hunter.
Hello everyone, I'm Koichi Kawamoto, and I'll be one of your guides for today's Nintendo Direct. I'm the producer for Nintendo Switch 2.
I'm Takuhiro Dota, the director for Nintendo Switch 2.
And I'm Tetsuya Sasaki, the hardware design lead for Nintendo Switch 2.
What you just saw was Mario Kart World, launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2. Now, what do you think this brand new Mario Kart game will be like?
This game really makes you feel like Mario Kart.
A brand new entry in the Mario Kart series
Let
is
me
launching exclusively on the
little
Nintendo
bit.
Switch 2 system. Welcome to this vast world. Kart races are held throughout various regions that
Yeah, hopefully
span
that's
the
not too
globe.
loud or too quiet.
Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change.
How do you make this like open worldy? That's just weird. I feel like if I were to play something like this in that map that they showed earlier, like right here, like I'd probably just do like a GTA and just follow the traffic signals.
Kart races are held throughout various regions that span the globe.
This also kind of reminds me of It's okay. Hello, how's it going, Red Blue? I feel like this kind of reminds me of some of the racing games I've seen my friends play where I think it was like
Go off the racetrack
Forza.
and drive virtually everywhere in this world.
That's weird. I don't know how I feel about that, but
In the classic Grand Prix, race through 4 courses in a bid
I
for first place.
I like how it's different,
But don't sleep at the wheel.
but I hope it's not being different just to like
With
just to
24
create a
drivers
gimmick.
in each race, the most in series history.
At least it's like
competition is gearing up.
not during the phase where everyone was releasing an open world game because
Introducing Knockout
open
Tour.
world game hype.
Race
That hype's kind of died down now,
from
so
the world to another.
I guess it does. I guess this is a good time for something like this.
There are multiple checkpoints along the way.
I've never been too big on Mario Kart.
When you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated.
Of course, my friends always have it up and running whenever we're
You
over,
make it all the way to the finish line?
and available when people are hanging out. But I can't really remember the last time I played Mario Kart in a big like sort of LAN party since like college or something, and that was like over 5 years ago.
So drive wherever your heart takes you. You can also go for scenic drives with friends.
What I'm afraid is like, I mean, you're in a car,
At different locations.
but I really hope like between the courses, it's just not a whole lot of nothing. It doesn't look like it so far, so that's promising, but
A brand new race across the entire
I don't think a lot of people are
starts
happy about the
here.
cost.
Mario Kart World. The game launches on the same
Yep,
day as
it's a launch
Nintendo
title.
Switch 2. More details about this title will
And then
be
they're gonna do
shared
another
in
direct
upcoming
in like
Mario Kart
2
World
weeks.
Direct. So be on the lookout for more information.
I really hope, so actually, so like around a year ago, I think it was a year ago, like early in the year, they said that Switch 2 was gonna be a thing. And I think there were like articles about them trying to like talk about like, they're gonna try to mitigate scalpers, and I have no idea, like, I really hope they do, because a lot of the hardware specs seem really promising.
Mario Kart World launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. We'll share more details in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it.
Yeah, Red Blue, have you seen any bit of the Direct yet, or is this your first time seeing it?
The new features of Nintendo Switch 2. These are the Joy-Con 2 controllers for Switch 2. And on the right Joy-Con 2, we've added a new C button.
Whoa, the C button. It's no longer a
Let's
C
take a look
stick.
at some new experiences it offers.
I didn't get a chance to see this. I listened to this part. It's your second time seeing it? Did you like what you saw, or
I'm still ahead of all of you guys. Woo! That was you.
yes? Yeah, same here. Or at least from what I've heard, I haven't had a chance to look at it since I was only listening in it at work.
Nix, I'm coming for you.
Is this just Discord? I heard they had a chat function.
Introducing Game
So
Chat, a new feature for Nintendo Switch 2.
actually, wait. I'll wait until they show more of it.
Can you hear me? Hello?
It's taking up more of the
With this
screen.
feature, You'll be able to communicate with friends and family while playing a game.
I feel like that would only work if you have a really big TV, so that like it doesn't get squashed.
While using the game chat feature, your voice is recognized by a microphone built into the system.
Oh, okay. But you're still behind me, right? All right, let's keep going. Okay. So,
It
I
can
have
pick
mixed
up your
feelings about
speaking
that.
voice clearly, even from a distance.
look at this. Jump on here. All right, let's keep going. It's coming. Let's make a left right here. Let's make a.
When it's noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly,
So,
letting you chat with ease.
How did you get hit by a bow?
So little context is I'm kind of in not like recording field, but I'm in the audio field. So that little microphone spot on top of the console, I really hope they're doing something good with that, because like with software and filters, yeah, you can filter out the blender. But if that microphone just in general sounds like ass, I'm never gonna use this feature. I feel like most of the time you'll just pull up Discord. And actually, if anything, most of my friends will just pull up Discord, because not everyone's playing on the Switch anyway. Some people play PC games and we still want to talk to each other. The other thing is, again, if that mic sounds like ass, and it's kind of like anything, right? You ever been on like a Zoom call and like someone's microphone sounds like they're walking through like shards of glass, and like in a car that's being like completely like rolling off of a cliff and like tumbling? Any sort of bad audio, it's just gonna deter everybody. It's why one of the biggest tips for anyone making a video, whether it be streaming or recording, is good audio before good what's it called, good visual. But of course, you know, we're talking about game console here, so you know, you at least you should be able to have stable video, but like audio plays a huge role in this type of situation. And if you're trying to have people play games and then screen share, I know they're gonna show that later,
It does look
and be in voice chat,
And you can use
that little dinky microphone they decide to put on to the console that's going to be halfway across your room, I am really curious how well that's implemented. That's all, because like really handheld, sure, but like if you're docked, I don't know.
this feature in handheld mode too, letting you easily chat with friends and family. If you open the chat menu and turn on game screen sharing,
Good job. There we go.
Where was this feature for the Switch One? Why did they have to wait for the second console to implement this?
They can do that?
can do it.
You guys, I just did it.
Oh, I want to do it too.
Oh shoot! Oh, he's trying to eat me.
Okay, I got it.
Oh no!
okay. You can chat to your heart's content, even while playing
And,
different
like,
games.
I feel like this is also dependent on like
Oh wow! I'm like in the sky.
everyone's bitrate's gonna be different for upload too.
Kirby, look, you're a star. That's so cute.
So
I wonder if Discord does it better. It
You
might.
can adjust the size
but-
of your game screen.
Guys, I'm lost. Like,
Where'd you go?
Oh, actually, there was one thing I was thinking about this scenario is, imagine you're playing a first-person shooter game that, you know, normally doesn't have split screen, you're all online and you're all sharing like this. Imagine the potential screen looking you can do while you're playing with your friends. We had to go back to the days where you screen looked to cheat against your friends in multiplayer games.
Or expand another friend's game screen.
Oh man. Expand another friend's game screen and just watch as their upload speed plummets and you're watching a PowerPoint presentation.
So everyone can watch them play.
Oh, I think I know where you are. Wait.
Okay, I think we have to try.
ooh, okay.
Oh nice.
Let's take a picture here.
Okay, are you ready?
Smile.
Yay! Oh,
I like how they're just showcasing more Mario Kart in this.
On the right Joy-Con 2 controller, there's an additional button. With the C button, you can pull up a chat menu.
Oh, dang.
Oh, really? Wait, actually, guys, I got a call coming right now, so I'll be right back, yeah?
Okay, for sure.
Here, you can quickly and easily mute yourself and more.
Yep, some
And there's
basic
this.
features that you'd expect.
By connecting this camera to the system.
Hey.
And a proprietary camera. Proprietary camera.
How's everyone doing?
I don't know.
You can appear on screen. And
Why
video
can't I
chat while
just use
playing a
my camera?
Faces on here.
But, you know, it's fine.
No.
Here's how it looks with just the camera feed.
There you go.
Someone needs to make a mod where
Please
it'll
look
do,
forward to games which use your camera feed
VTuber.
like this.
Okay.
No, wait.
That looks good.
Go
That's
left,
good.
go
And
left.
then-
Left,
Oh, wait,
left,
I'll let you
left.
fix
Go a little more this way.
Using Game Chat.
I swear to God, is that the
You
timestamp
can
for
play
Silk Song?
games and hang out as if
Tassin.
you were together in the same room.
Tassin!
Play together or compete in online multiplayer games.
How are you ready? How are you always ready with
Chat while
this?
playing your personal favorites.
You know, you win this time. You win
Decide
this
your own
time.
rules for a
I know
record
exactly what that
competition.
timestamp was.
Or hold a sports competition between families. All together, anytime, anywhere. Game Chat.
I'd like to just get back into this whole chat feature. I'd like to just remember that we had the dumb Nintendo app for the phone that they tried to use for voice chat for like Splatoon. And they never did anything else with it, I'm pretty sure. So like, I just really wish they would dish out features, not when there's a major release. It really messes with me though, in terms of like, you know, like some of these, like we didn't even get like themes for the Switch, right? Yeah, it didn't do well, and I don't know. They're now dishing out like an app for news on the Switch, or not on Switch, on I think mobile, but like there's like the news thing on the Switch that they never used either, besides developers and publishers, but like, you know, it took them failing that app to get to this feature, and I feel like we should have gotten this not because of a new console release.
What did you think? In developing Game Chat, our goal was for you to enjoy playing online with
And,
others
like,
more closely.
In your new design of a console, you created a special button for game chat, right? They created a new physical button on every controller, every Joy-Con, for game chat. That's fine. That was the only other. It looks a lot like Discord. It actually kind of does. It looks like a lot like Discord when you're in like the voice chat with all of the with all the boxes. I don't know.
Including family.
I don't
and
know.
friends.
I don't know how often I'll be using this versus just going on Discord. But right now, I have my Switch set up in a way where it's connected to my computer anyway. Not everybody has that type of setup. So sure, a bunch of kids and like all their friends and like, you know, like all the youngins, right? They might have their Switch in the living room set up. The perfect use case. I don't think I'd ever be using this feature.
Almost as if you're all playing together in the same place.
I might play with
The
it,
camera you saw in the
but
trailer is
also
the Nintendo
same thing with the camera. Probably won't ever get it. One, it's proprietary. Two, I have my Switch set up on my computer. Discord does everything perfectly the way it does already.
Switch 2 camera, which will be available on the same day as Switch 2. A Nintendo Switch Online membership
Yep,
will
Switch
be required
Online.
to use Game Chat. However,
I wonder if they'll be
since we'd like
bumping
as
up
many people as
online
possible to
cost
experience game chat, it
with
will be
all these new
available without a
features.
membership for a limited time. We hope you'll try it out.
The demo period, so then people get sold.
Additionally, Game Chat supports the Nintendo Switch Parental Controls app, and different settings can be adjusted.
That's good.
For example, whether parental
I'm all
permission is always
for
required
all
when a
these
child
parental
wants to
stuff.
use Game Chat to play with their friends.
I'm not a parent, but I think if it helps, then
We'd
it's
like
good.
to introduce another new
Nintendo will get my business back when they port their games to PC. Has there ever been any game that's been widely published like that? Ever? It won't. I know it won't happen. Actually, that's another thing, right? I think the cost of this console puts it in like a similar ballpark as a Steam Deck too, right? Of course, you'd get the Steam Deck for a whole different use case, right? I don't know if I'd give a little kid a Steam Deck. A Switch, maybe. It's a little bit more user friendly, but then like now that the Switch 2 is gonna be like $450, like that's a pretty hefty piece of. I mean, you know, kids run around with iPads these days, right? And like, you know, cracked screens, cracked phones. I say that because my little cousins were a similar boat. iPads in hand and all cracked screens. I don't know.
on Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, all of the major Nintendo titles definitely gonna be
Even
exclusive
if
to
you just have
their
one
own
game,
console.
You can pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together. But on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play together locally on multiple systems using just one game with Game Share.
This I love. This reminds me of back in the DS, and I think the PSP had a similar feature, DS Download Play, where a lot of DS games had mini games that you could DS Download Play with other consoles nearby. It makes perfect sense that they're doing this initially for like the 51 Clubhouse games. Perfect sense. This I agree. This is a massive W.
As shown here, even games
I
that require
agree,
multiple
Tessa. This is a
screens
massive
can be
W.
played if one person owns a compatible game. With
What are they trying to say here? Yeah, as long as one person owns it. Up to that's wild.
Game Share, you can temporarily share compatible games with others who also have Nintendo Switch 2, or a
Tassin, am I
Nintendo
pronouncing
Switch
your name
system.
correctly?
You can
Or
share a
is
game
it
with up to
Tacten?
3 other systems at a time. Game Share
Is the
also
T- is the
supports
middle T
online
silent?
play with other Switch 2 systems, and you can use it with friends via Game Chat, which we showed earlier. Game Share can only be used with compatible games.
I have no
This
idea I made it
feature
up.
is planned
Oh,
for
man.
Several titles, starting with a free
Alright,
update
I'm gonna
for
make the
Clubhouse
T
games
silent
with
because it's
51
gonna break my
worldwide
jaw
classics
trying to
on
say
Nintendo
Tacten.
Switch.
I'm sorry, Tacten or
Game Share
Tassin.
support is also planned for select games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2, so we hope you'll look forward to it.
Yeah, push
Up
your
next.
exclusives.
We'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 system itself.
I love it.
Please take a look.
Bigger screen, same thickness. That's
At 7.9
still
inches,
pretty.
Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen. Here's how that compares to Nintendo Switch.
I like
the
that.
system's thickness remains the same.
I have a few friends that probably will not like the thickness. They're bigger people, they have bigger hands. I have small hands. I was really comfortable with the smaller Switch, as in the normal Switch 1. The Switch 2 being only maybe like what was it, like 0.3 inch diagonal bigger. That also makes the Joy-Cons a little bit longer. I think that'll be fine. I don't think that'll make it too big for my hands. The Steam Deck is technically a little bit too heavy and too big for my hands. I don't think that makes it anywhere. I think the Steam Deck's still significantly bigger than this, right? Oh, sorry, not 0.3. 1.7 inches thick, bigger. Okay, I was way off. Oh god. I don't know how that compares. I'd have to look that up. That's a massive, yeah, it's a massive difference. Are the buttons slightly bigger? Because if it is, okay, like absolutely fair. I think the buttons, like the circles and like the ABXY, it does look slightly bigger in diameter. So actually, yeah, this will probably be a lot more comfortable for my friends with bigger hands.
Here's how that compares to Nintendo Switch. The system's thickness remains the same.
That's a big honker trigger. Look at how big that trigger is. It wraps around. It pulls a full right angle. Like you see that? That goes so deep down.
Remains the same. With approximately double the pixels compared to Switch, you can enjoy games in greater detail on the 1080p screen.
Yep, that's a W. 1080p still looks fine. 120. 120. I heard it over my earbud, and then my earbud died at work. But like my manager like looked away, but like my jaw dropped when I listened to it over the earbud. They said 120, and like I couldn't flip my phone over, but like that's crazy. And like not even for like, I'm just imagining, as long as a bunch of devs update a lot of their software on the Switch 1 just to make things a little bit extra, to add a little bit more features, like I'm imagining all of the indie games I already own on Switch just running it a little bit smoother. Like I would probably be like egging myself to play it handheld again. Actually, wait. Was it 120 Hz on? Yeah, I should have happened 5 years ago. But at the same time, I own a lot of games that are exclusive to the Switch that I would love to play at a higher refresh rate. I don't know if, are they specifying that the screen handheld is 120 FPS? Or are they specifying that when docked it can go up to 120? Assuming that they mean the portable screen can go up to 120, some games that I want to play at a higher refresh rate, if it can handle it, are a lot of rhythm games that I already own on Switch. Yeah, you're right.
The screen support.
Okay, well, I mean, if they show it like this, if they show like a visual like this, okay, the handheld screen is 120. Yeah, if I'm able to play my rhythm games at low latency at 120, oh man.
Supports up to 120 frames per second, allowing for smoother gameplay in supported titles.
This is a slight downgrade, but I honestly don't care enough, is LCD. I don't mind. HDR support's a big W.
The LCD
but
screen...
HDR support's only if developers decide to implement it. So it's not like it's everything, right? But you know, the feature being there is good. Yeah, a lot of the stuff would have been like groundbreaking 5 years ago, 100%. Why not OLED? Probably just cost at this point. Else, if they don't do OLED, then they can sell cheaper LCDs, and then they already have another product lineup in the future, technically speaking, because then you'll know when OLED's gonna come out. I don't think weight, probably just cost. One, they're going a bigger screen, and two, OLED is more expensive. So I think if they do an OLED version, I don't think they're gonna go any bigger than this screen, because the screen's already getting significantly bigger. I don't think they'll go extra, but I definitely do think that if they do go OLED, it'll be another SKU or another product, right? You know what I mean? So yeah, LCD is a massive W, but also like 450, right, for the console. Say it'll bring the cost at minimum $50 up. That goes into 500, and then like no, I'm just familiar with SKU. I've never the closest thing I've worked to retail was mid-college, where I worked as a plant merchandiser, and that wasn't technically retail. It was at a retail store, but I was a contractor helping out with like a gardening department. I technically did not have to deal with customers. Lots of props if you do retail and have to deal with customers though. But I'm just familiar.
Is more vivid and supports HDR, providing more contrast between light and dark areas of the images. The all-new Joy-Con 2 controllers connect.
I think this is okay.
Strong magnets.
I hope those don't snap.
Firmly attached to the system.
Yeah.
Detach your controller easily by pressing the release button on the back.
I hope those release buttons aren't plastic.
The SL and SR
That's what
buttons are bigger,
the original
for greater
Joy-Cons
comfort
issue
and
was.
control when playing with
Everyone
the
kept
Joy-Con
wearing
2
it down.
held
I
horizontally.
replaced mine with metal ones, but not everybody has that ability.
The left and right sticks are now larger.
Yo, they got dust covers under the joysticks.
Each Joy-Con 2 controller
Hopefully
can
that
be
prevents
used
drift.
as a mouse to play with compatible games. Both the left and right.
Oh, is that
Joy-Con
why the
2
buttons are
support
bigger
mouse control.
around? $5 cents is a failure point. To be honest, yeah,
By adjusting
probably.
the audio balance between the ranges.
I hope they make their dumb Joy-Cons. Sorry, I don't mean to be that aggressive. I hope they make their Joy-Cons really easy to open up and repair. The current Joy-Cons with Switch 1, they're actually fairly easy to repair. Besides getting the special screws, I've opened up a lot of my friends' and family's Joy-Cons to replace their joysticks, as well as to do some shell swaps. And so far, my experiences with the Joy-Cons, as well as a Pro Controller, I actually took apart my Pro Controller to clean out the sensors. They're a little bit fragile, but it was really easy to open up, and I didn't feel too intimidated by how fragile it was.
Sounds from the built-in speakers are clear.
Repairability is a huge W for my use case. But it's not like they'll ever show us that until we actually get some stuff in our hands.
You can voice chat with friends anytime via game chat. It also uses noise-canceling technology to filter sounds.
Yep,
so your
that's all
voice
software
will come
though.
through clearly.
3D audio.
Even if you don't have a surround sound system, games
Little
can be
gimmicky.
enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound, as if it were coming from all around you.
Nothing new.
Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you like with a large, sturdy stand.
That goes
move it
in
freely,
pretty
like
deep
this.
into the chassis. At least it has two
In addition
modes.
to the USB-C port found
Wait,
on
was
the
that
bottom
two?
of the system, there's one on top as well.
Yo, I actually kind of like that.
It's handy for connecting a USB-C camera
I don't care about that. No, give me something else.
or charging in tabletop mode.
That is kind of nice. That's actually kind of
Nintendo
nice.
Switch 2 comes with 256 gigabytes of
This is
internal
good,
storage,
but honestly, I
8
shouldn't. They
times
shouldn't be
that
proud.
of Nintendo Switch. For
They should have
storing
had this
your
in the
game
first
downloads,
place.
save
The fact
data,
that like a launch title back then, Breath of the Wild, launched, and the console only had 32 gigs, like, oh, I guess, you know, micro SD card, yeah, but like, man, that was rough. You were already juggling storage space from the first day the Switch 1 came out. At least here you have a lot more wiggle room, but yeah.
and more.
I think
Reading
I
and
have a
writing data is also
512
faster.
SSD in my, or sorry, SD card in my Switch right now.
Use the Nintendo Switch 2 dock to connect to your TV and enable up to 4K resolution for compatible games.
Yo, 4K.
HDR is also supported in TV.
I'm gonna be fully honest. Actually, no, 4K TVs are a little bit cheaper nowadays, aren't they? So actually, yeah, this is pretty nice. That means though, if I'm gonna be playing 4K, I gotta move my Switch setup to my living room, because my current monitors for my computers are 1080p, and that also means I need to get a 1440p monitor personally, because I got a new GPU. But that means I probably want two docks, one near my computer and one near my Switch, or it's near my living room. But yeah, 4K is a win, I think. I still think I would prefer maybe 1440 at 60 than ever playing 4K 30.
The Nintendo Switch
I don't think
2
it's
dock
worth
has a built-in
going down
fan
to
that
30
keeps your
hertz.
system cool. This helps keep performance stable. On Nintendo,
You know, you are perfectly right. OLED 1080p 120. Anything 120 you can. When I had my current phone, I think can like hard set itself to be 120 at all times. Right now it's dynamic. Oh my god, scrolling through anything at 120 is like butter. It probably kills the battery so much faster, but still.
Nintendo Switch 2. You can play Nintendo Switch 2
Sorry,
games,
keep pausing. Man, the
as
more I
well as
pause, we're not gonna be
compatible
able to get
Nintendo
through
Switch
this,
games.
are we?
Physical and digital games are supported.
Oh, that must be a new grip. That grip looks so awkward still. I'm having fun regardless. All good. We used to do, man, my friends and I used to do like Discord watch-alongs. We would do it for Game Awards every year. But man, it would have been great to do something like this for this.
And to help players better understand the Switch 2 hardware, we're currently developing this game. Mr. Kawamoto!
Is it 1-2 Switch?
Hello.
And is it going to be $60 at launch?
It's actually inside the game itself. This is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour.
Oh, this thing.
Exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. I'm standing over here. Okay, everyone, join me inside the game.
This is giving me...
There are a lot of question mark icons here.
I don't know how I feel.
This sign reads, "Where are the magnets?" The Joy-Con 2 controllers attached to the system with magnets.
So here's the deal.
And those magnets are inside the
Someone's
system.
gonna just like do a let's play of this.
The SL and SR
And that's gonna be like everybody's documentation that they use instead of actually getting it themselves.
A magnetic circuit is formed between them so they won't easily detach.
From what I've heard, this is like this costs money, which means that they put so much.
Joy-Con 2 controllers have mouse controls.
Some employee was hired to make this.
You can even do something like this.
And it took enough time for them to be like, we should charge for this.
For the cup by rotating the Joy-Con 2.
These little mini games collected cost money. This is literally what happened with the Switch's launch with 1-2 Switch, where everyone was like 1-2 Switch should have been like the Wii Sports where it was included, because it was like full. Actually, I remember hearing this costed money. I don't remember how much people said it would cost.
Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour will launch as a paid digital game on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
If it's not just $5, I'd be angry.
Now, I'd like to share some more information regarding Nintendo
It's just them
Switch
trying to
2.
showcase their new features and their new like
This
mouse
is the
mode
game
and stuff,
card for
probably,
Nintendo Switch
as
2
well as
titles.
just showing people. Oh,
It's the same shape as Nintendo Switch game card.
is this okay? No, this
but it's
isn't.
now red, and it has
Rip.
much faster data reading speeds.
Maybe for a kid it'd be fun.
Next up,
Like, you know, if you're
additional
an
storage.
aunt buying like a little kid
Switch 2
the
will only
console,
work
sure,
with micro
is an
SD
extra thing they can
express
play.
cards. They're a different type of SD card, and will
Remember,
make
guys,
high-speed data
buy the non-Nintendo branded SD cards because you're not paying for the branding. Because micro SD Express is a standard SanDisk thing that they sell. Should be. I think last time I checked it was like $60 for 256.
Please note that regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo Switch will not be compatible.
I'm surprised it's not compatible completely.
To transfer data from Switch to Switch 2, you can log into your Nintendo account to use the system.
I have a friend who is really excited for the data transfer feature in the hopes that there's an animation for Pikmin moving data to one Switch to another.
A new Pro Controller. It has a C button, which launches Game Chat, and on the back, there are new GL and GR buttons, which you can use to assign existing button controls.
Oh, that's nice.
In addition,
a lot of
an
third parties
audio
were doing
jack
that.
has been added. We've introduced a few new features.
I don't know how I feel about the
and after
audio
today's
jack.
Presentation, the official
But I'm
Nintendo
really
Switch
picky
2
about
website
audio.
will go live. There will also be an Ask the Developer article on the website, where the three of us will talk about the development of Nintendo Switch.
I'm actually
2.
severely picky
You'll
about
check that
audio,
out as
but
well.
I wouldn't say I'm like too
And
like
now, the Nintendo Switch 2
I'm not like a
launches.
huge expert at it, but at the same time, I can't
Nintendo
deal
Switch
with bad
2
audio ever
launches
since
on June
COVID.
5th. We're very much looking forward to the day when you all get to experience it. So
I
please
say
wait
that, and then
just a
I'm
bit
gonna
longer.
rewatch this VOD and find out that I messed up my audio settings and it sounds like ass or something.
Now,
And then I sound like a full hypocrite.
speaking. On Nintendo Switch 2, you can play 3 types of
Grip left, grip right.
The first type is Nintendo
Where do you
Switch
grip?
2 games. These games take advantage of the performance and features of Switch 2. The second type is compatible games that were released on Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games are the third type. Some games that were released on Switch will receive upgraded versions that offer things like improved visuals.
I hope
new ways
devs
to
are
play
on
Switch
top of their
2,
game with that.
and more. Now, I'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Super Mario Party Jamboree. Please take a look.
I think wait. I think Pokemon's
is getting an upgrade
running
on
like
Nintendo
shit
Switch 2.
is not majorly the Switch's problem. There are so many other devs that have done much more groundbreaking, visually aesthetic, as well as performance, like running well games, than what Game Freak has pushed out in Pokemon.
All of which can be accessed on Switch 2. Let's check out 3 new and updated modes.
The memory management issue involving RAM not clearing? That's like optimization from the devs, isn't it?
Up to 4 players can join the festivities. You'll be able to see each other's faces as you play, so you can experience all the reactions and emotions in real
I
time.
feel like that's all
Or 4
game
friends can take the
dev
party online.
dependent.
Up
Yeah,
next
I don't think
is
that's the Switch's
Bowser Live,
fault. I think
a
that's
mode where
the
live player
developers'
team wins.
problem. And
Bowser will bring you
who,
on stage too.
like, sure, they're in like a 1-year release cycle, right? Or maybe even less.
Ride an RC car with your voice.
You know, they're releasing a new game every year.
And
Who
compete
knows how
in
long
other
they're actually
mini
working
games
on it,
using
but like,
full body movement and sound.
if they spend a little bit more time
Take a
to,
ride on the
you know,
mouse
figure out all the
controlled
kinks.
carnival coaster. With the safety bar lowered and secured, you're off.
A lot of other devs have optimized their
Use
games
mouse controls
so
to
well
shoot
on
down
even the Switch
enemies while
1
you feel the
that
bumps
it's
and rumbles
impressive.
of the coaster.
They got the Doom 2016 and the Doom Eternal on
When you enter
Switch,
a pipe, a mini
and it
game
runs
will begin.
pretty solid.
There's a bouldering
Why
game.
can't Pokemon?
2 players each control an arm. And
Arceus
one
was
where you
peak.
shake a
It was
can
also
of
like
spray
kind of
paint
like
and
a
quickly
semi-tech
tag
demo.
objects.
Not
Enjoy the
semi-tech
thrill of
demo.
these
It was
intuitive
fine.
mini-games. How quickly can you reach the station?
The new Legends game looks promising, and I'm hoping they've learned.
And Rumble. The
But
biggest
Scarlet
party
Violet
yet is getting
and its
even
optimization
bigger.
issues, I'm just a
Super
little
Mario Party
baffled.
Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV launches on Nintendo Switch
I haven't really
2,
played a Pokemon
July
since
24th.
Arceus, so I will have to be honest.
Nintendo
A lot
Switch
of
2
that is just
players who
observation from my
already
friends
own
playing.
Super Mario Party Jamboree can upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV by purchasing an upgrade pack.
Okay, at least you don't have to pay
Please
full
look
price.
forward
It's just an
to the new
upgrade.
Mario Party experience, where you can see each other's reactions while playing. Let's continue presenting some more Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games.
Yeah. the new Pokemon having no textures, complete art direction, they've made conscious like decisions to skimp on that, right? They could have spent maybe like, you know, a couple of extra days adding more to the terrain. Look at Zelda. And like, you know, one of the cool things, right, if you ever look closely into some of the games that like look really pretty, is that a lot of the times they're cheating in some way, shape, or form to trick you into making something look pretty. It's that extra little like brain manipulation, right? You know, intentional art design in like even like an open world, like where a lot of the game's gonna be empty already, tricking the brain into thinking there's a lot going on, and then also making it like picking an art direction that makes it look aesthetically pleasing. Zoom into any like Elden Ring textures and you kind of just get like a jumbled mess, but as a whole, like it looks amazing, right? Zelda makes use of, you know, bright vibrant colors and then like that big open world, as well as, you know, rendering far, and then I think they dynamically render depending on distance too. But it looks good. They should just add they should borrow, I believe though, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think my friend told me that Breath of the Wild, a lot of the people that worked on Xenoblade, I thought helped with Breath of the Wild. I don't know if that's entirely true, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was true. I'd have to fact check myself on that one. I might have to. I wonder if Google can answer that, but that's what I heard at one point, and I don't remember if that's true or not. But Xenoblade, you know, like big open world areas that look, you know, fairly impressive. I still think a lot of Xenoblade's world is a little bit, you know, empty and a little bit boring, but it's, you know, it's open world for you. Yeah, have them help, yeah. I think they need it.
Editions of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom feature enhanced resolution and frame rates.
That's a big win.
And also support HDR.
That's also a big win.
Image more vibrant, so you can play with smoother, higher.
I would totally replay Zelda just for that. Yeah, I'd give Zelda another run through.
You can get even more out of your adventures in Hyrule using Zelda Notes. This new feature can be accessed via the Nintendo Switch app on smart devices. It's a game-specific service that's exclusive to the Switch 2 editions of these titles.
Oh, look. We're gonna try to make the app more useful. Thank you. Where was this when the game came out?
You haven't found yet.
Why do we have to wait for the Switch 2 for this?
Proceed north.
No, they will resell their new game.
Or you can share your creations using QR codes and send them to another player to create in their game.
Where was this feature when the game came out? Why do we have to wait for a new console for you to add this cool stuff for a game that was really good?
These features will make your adventures even more enjoyable.
You know, back when people were actually playing Tears of the Kingdom.
In Kirby and the Forgotten Land, you'll be able to enjoy an additional story exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, along with improved graphics and frame rates.
So
this story takes place.
It's sad. It's really cool to get all of these cool features all at once today, right? I'm just a little upset that
we hope you're looking forward to
they've thought these features out so much that they can present it in a direct today.
Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
They've probably been working on it for a little bit. They could have released it earlier. Yeah, Breath of the Wild was a launch title.
In addition to standard
8 years ago, right?
You can use mouse controls.
Oh wait, no,
for intuitive
2012
on Switch 2.
When did the Switch come out? Wasn't the Switch also
You can explore the immersive world in 4K at 60 frames per second, or enjoy smoother action in full HD at 120 frames per second.
No, that doesn't check out to be 8 years, does it?
Modes, both of which support HDR, based on your preference and playstyle.
Was Breath of the Wild not a launch title for the Switch?
Plus,
I thought the Switch was out for 8
Pokemon
years.
Legends ZA, which is scheduled to launch later this year, will not only receive a Nintendo Switch version, but a Nintendo Switch 2 edition as well. By taking advantage of the power of Switch 2, you can enjoy your adventure in Lumio City with
Was it
enhanced
really
resolution
2012?
and frame rates.
Oh.
The Nintendo Switch 2 edition games you just saw will be available as both physical and digital versions. And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version of a game, you can play the Nintendo Switch 2 edition by purchasing an upgrade pack. We hope you're looking forward to these Nintendo Switch 2 edition games.
Because I thought they were released at the same time for both.
Next, I'd like to
Yeah, it was
introduce a brand new
2017.
game featuring mouse controls with the Joy-Con 2 controller.
2012, I don't think is accurate.
Please take a look.
I thought they both were released together, is what I'm trying to say. This reminds me of ARMS. And it's solely to, kind of... No, it's all good. This reminds me of ARMS in the purpose of ARMS' existence kind of played around using the Joy-Cons in the air freely. And this is them trying to do the same thing, but, you know, showcase the feature of using the Joy-Cons in mouse mode. Oh my god, it's like Rocket League. You can emote with the Joy-Cons! Wait, that's actually wild! That's actually kind of wild! I wonder how many games Joy-Cons will go into someone's TV without the, you know, without the safety
In
straps.
Drag and Drag, you'll use both Joy-Con 2 controllers as mice to intuitively pull off various moves. We hope you're looking forward to a new twist on 3-on-3 matches using dual mouse controls. Next, here are some games from our publishing and
I
development
was, to be
partners
honest,
using
thinking the
Nintendo Switch
same thing! Oh no!
Have long observed the lands between.
Oh, no maidens?
This world.
Big tree? Oh man.
You can see them, can't you?
This is what finally we, you know, with the Switch 2, a lot of the devs finally have a lot more wiggle room for their ports. And I think that's really nice.
I have no doubt.
I love playing games on my computer. I also love playing games on my Switch. I feel like having both a PC and Switch covers all the games I want to ever play. And I kind of just ignore Xbox and PlayStation exclusives.
Hey, I'm Greg Kasavin from Supergiant Games. Here to say that Hades 2
Switch and PC just cover enough for me.
Our first ever sequel introduces the Princess of the Dead.
Yeah, Hades 2 isn't too new. Isn't this just early access right now, or is it fully out?
You'll battle beyond the underworld to the ends of the earth.
I thought this game was early access.
Dozens of characters from Greek myth in a story.
I gotta play the first Hades though.
Every setback and victory. It's the kind of game you can quickly pick up and play whether you're experienced.
I love roguelikes a lot.
Look for more about Hades 2 later this year.
皆さんこんにちは。カプコンの中山です。
皆さんこんにちは。
我々がお届けするタイトルはストリートファイター6です。本体を持ち寄っての対戦はもちろん、任天堂スイッチ2だけの
We just got Guilty Gear too. Switch 1 got Guilty Gear Strive.
総勢26キャラクターを収録した Years 1-2 Fighters Edition の2バージ
PC release May? Oh wow, it's actually coming up soon. Oi, PC release May 2024? I thought that was early access.
楽しみに。
I don't think it's fully out. Oh, wait, am I?
Initiating arsenal boot sequence.
I'd have to check it in.
Weapon safety mechanism confirmed. All operating at normal levels. Testing data link with spine. Normal. Commencing launch.
After 2 long wars where our freedom was restricted,
Ooh.
we will finally be liberated.
My friend would really like this. He really likes mechs.
I'm in need of a new arsenal, new equipment, and money. I'm for sale, and you're buying.
Rebels! Thanks for the warm welcome!
This
Console hasn't happened. Oh, okay,
The
okay.
sovereign axiom.
That's cool.
The Trinitas has almost completed a weapon that was created to destroy all humanity.
No! Because we're in the middle of a war. Don't you get it?
I won't just stop you. I'll tear you apart! All children, bring hope to our lives.
Oh. Damon Machina.
Hey, this is Joseph Fares from Hayden.
Oh, it's Joseph
I'm super
Fares.
excited for Split Fiction to
Oh, that guy's
come to Nintendo
wild.
Switch 2. The game is a story about friendship.
I love seeing that guy in Game Awards.
Sci-fi and Zoe.
Ever since he got really plastered drunk in that one.
To help them break free.
He's been a hoot every year.
Let me tell you this. If you like It Takes Two, you're gonna love this one, trust me. And of course, you'll be able to play Split Fiction on the day.
They've been really killing it with these co-op games, haven't they?
At EA Sports, we're bringing fans together across the world, both on the pitch and on the gridiron. We're excited to announce the EA Sports FC
All this
will be
filler to
coming
hide
Nintendo
Silksong.
Switch 2. Madden NFL will also be arriving on the Nintendo platform. EA Sports, it's in the game.
EA Sports.
Hi, I'm Alan Tu from Avalanche Software. We are bringing
Hogwarts
Hogwarts Legacy to
Legacy.
Nintendo Switch 2. With enhanced graphics and seamless world transitions, you'll be immersed in the Wizarding world.
All these devs knowing that Switch 1 is a pain
And
to
the mouse
develop
controls
on, so we'll
Switch
just
2
wait for the next
give you even
console.
more ways to experience the adventure.
A little late, but
Discover the enhanced magic when Hogwarts Legacy launches on.
this makes me feel that all these devs got development builds and prototypes of the Switch 2 to develop on, so then they can be ready for it. Which is, you know, kind of what I think a lot of people suspected this whole time while we were waiting. And I'm glad they're showing like evidence of that here, where you know, they wouldn't have ported Elden Ring to Switch unless they've known a Switch 2 was going to be coming out and had tools and resources to make sure it will work by the time it happens. Tony Hawk Pro Skate 3 and 4, that's wild.
Hello, this is Christian Elverdam from IO Interactive.
It feels so late, but honestly, if they released any time recently, it would have been way too late. The console's so old.
As the best
They
assassin in
sat,
the trade, Agent
they
47
sat
has
on the
everything it
Switch
takes
as a console for so long.
And how each mission
Almost,
progresses
what,
will vary
like more than
depending on the
2 console generations, right?
Our ever-expanding game will release on the same day as the Switch 2. Plus, we are excited to bring another familiar agent to the platform.
And you know, if it never had backwards compatibility, like, man, I'm glad it does. I own so many games on Switch right now that I'd love to just be able to reboot them on a new console, better hardware. Hey, 007.
James Bond. The world's favorite spy is coming to Nintendo Switch 2, so stay.
Let's make everybody feel old.
The story of light and shadow that never fades is reborn. Bravely Default returns, remastered in high definition.
Wasn't that originally a DS title? I wonder how they do the dual screen then.
That help you control the flow of turn-based battles. Change and customize jobs to build out your very own party. Enjoy your adventure with upgraded features and enhancements. And all new minigames with unique ways to play. Square Enix presents the classic fantasy RPG, Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster. Set foot in Luxembourg as a warrior of light once more.
Ooh, launch title.
セガ龍が如くスタジオ代表の
Hey, Yakuza.
我々がお送りするタイトルは龍が如く
This is
ゼロ
Zero?
誓いの場所ディレクターズカットです
This was also on my backlog. If they add more to the director's cut, I'd probably end up just playing it on Switch. Are they gonna add anything new to it? Please look forward to more from the series in the future. That's promising.
We'll have more games to show from our publishing and development partners, but for now, we'd like to
Bravely
show
Default? I enjoyed it back then on the DS.
Nintendo. Please take a look.
Koei Tecmo. Oh, it's just another Warriors game.
When the Zonai, who descended from the heavens,
Can I skip this? I don't really care about Warriors.
who dwelled on the surface.
Oh, keep it
Their
going.
union led to a great and prosperous kingdom. But in time, a terrible evil arose. A war was fought to vanquish this evil, one which future generations would call
Oh my god, it's Zelda.
the imprisoning war.
Perhaps you truly have traveled back in time.
You have a time step that we get that with Kimchi. No! I won't do it.
That must mean this really is the past.
We'll get there as soon as we get there. Hold your tits. Koei Tecmo's really been milking Nintendo for Warriors games. We have the Fire Emblem ones, and then we have like these Zelda ones. Was there like 3 of these now? Or is 2 of these? I think this is the 3rd one, right? I've only watched it on loop. Dude's cool.
That was Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment.
There's only one game I'm really looking forward to, and it wasn't even from this direct. And I'll show it later, because it's a game I'm really passionate about.
Untold story of the Imprisoning War, which took place in Hyrule long ago.
And it's Trails in the Sky remake.
Some news about Nintendo Switch Online.
We didn't watch the trailer, but it's not Silksong. I'm sorry. I have a really big fanboying phase for Trails in the Sky.
You can enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively on Switch 2. Please take a look at this.
Yo, membership bonus. I'm in a family plan anyway, so. Yep. About time.
Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack will be getting a new classic game library exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo GameCube, originally released in 2001. Here are the titles.
Dang, 2001.
A Legend of Zelda game that looks like a cartoon come to life through cell shading. Controlling the wind using a mysterious
I'm excited for a Silksong too.
Set sail on an adventure across the Great Sea.
What?
The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker.
I'll only be excited when it's in my hands.
In this 3D weapons
I'll only truly be excited if it's in my hands.
With a different weapon. And Link,
Oh, that's such a
the Legend
throwback.
of Zelda series enters the fray. Soul Calibur 2. Experience a world of white-knuckle racing at speeds over 2,000 kilometers per hour. 30 machines will put it all on the line in death-defying races. Featuring the series' first machine customization and story mode, get ready to experience F-Zero GX. In games that support multiplayer, up to 4 can play together locally or online.
How
Enjoy
about
these
using
classic
that?
games with
Oh, wait.
clearer image quality and higher resolution than the
Yeah,
original.
all my
release.
friends would be hyped to replay Wind Waker.
You can also check the controls for each title. and
Oh, it also
customize
has
them
save
to
states,
your
doesn't it?
liking.
Because it's basically an emulator.
More titles will be added
Oh.
in the future.
Oh, Fire Emblem's up there. And then
Nintendo
Pokemon Coliseum.
GameCube, Nintendo Classics, The Switch 2 exclusive game library coming to Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack launches the same day as the hardware's release.
I'm worried the project gets scrapped.
A dedicated controller designed after the original GameCube controller will also be released.
I don't know.
It can connect wirelessly and also has a C button to quickly access game chat. The Nintendo GameCube controller, exclusively available for
Darn you, Nintendo, and these extra buttons. How am I supposed to know what my controller does? There's too many.
Whether you're familiar with the games or haven't played them before, we hope you're looking forward to Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics. Of course, you can continue to play select games from the systems shown here on Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, let's see
that's
some more
expected.
games from
You didn't need to explain that, Nintendo. Alright, what we got? Lapse an entire keyboard. Oh, you should see my keyboard right now. I have a split keyboard called a Soulful 2. So I don't have a... I have to press a different button to get to different layers that I program to be different buttons. Oh yeah, Deltarune. I gotta give Deltarune a chance. I don't know anything about it. I knew when Undertale, you know, was a thing. I knew that the dude was working on this. But when I saw that he was releasing it as separate chapters, I what's it called? I kind of just ignored Deltarune because I knew eventually it'll be done. So like, I'll give this a chance once it's fully out.
Hi, I'm Randy from Gearbox.
They've been invading Silksong 2, huh? Borderlands 4
on Nintendo Switch 2. Borderlands is back.
That's
Loot
cool.
And shoot your way through a world filled with wild enemies and outrageous weapons. We're still in development, and it's already the most ambitious Borderlands game we've ever made. Borderlands 4 will launch in 2025. We'll be sharing a lot of the game in the months ahead, and there's more from 2K on the way.
So
Hi,
even the
I'm Dennis
Borderlands
Scherf
team
from
had
Francis Games.
access to
We're releasing
resources
a
on
Nintendo Switch
Switch 2
edition
stuff.
of Sid Meier's Civilization 7.
You know how?
In Civ
You know what's
7,
crazy?
you'll establish an empire and guide your people throughout the
Civilization in general gets crazy
With the
nice
mouse
discounts
control,
on Switch.
Players can enjoy a more intuitive gameplay experience.
It's actually insane how cheap you can get Civilization on Switch
And if
when
you
it's a
already
good
own
sale.
the Nintendo Switch version, you can experience mouse controls on Switch 2 by purchasing.
Do
the
people
upgrade.
really play Borderlands for the story though?
And we have even more news from 2K.
Hi, I'm Lionel Jinks.
And I'm Ben Bishop.
Our final announcement for today is that WWE 2K is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Plus NBA 2K as well.
Oh
we can't
man.
wait to see you in the ring.
And on the court.
4 kids find this old tattered map. Off they went, armed with nothing but youthful enthusiasm and a profound lack of
I smell Silksong coming soon. You'll remind me when it is, so then I know where to, you know, jump ahead. You know, no, I'm kidding. I won't skip it. I won't do that to you. Wait,
Tastes amazing, doesn't
the timestamp might be different because I think they might have cut out some of the dead time. I think they re-uploaded this because I remember the North American stream had issues midway. So I don't know if that timestamp's accurate.
really have started to master this survival thing. Next stop, the top. Ha! Nicely done. Well,
Yeah,
I
someone
think
else
that's
might
everything.
enjoy this game more
Let's
than I
set
would.
sail. This time for home.
It's 3 minutes away? Okay.
Hi, I'm Dave Crooks from Dodgeball.
I am so excited for this. I love
Here's the
Gungeon.
first look at Enter the Gungeon 2. Dodge countless bullets and aim for the Gungeon's depths in our roguelike shooter sequel.
I was itching
Now
for
reloaded with new 3D art
a
style.
twin stick shooter
You can expect
for a
some fan
long
favorite elements
time.
to return. We're still working on the game, and we're excited to
I'm
share
a
more
little
with you in the
bummed
future.
that it's like 3D instead of 2D, and like, you know, cute sprites. But I trust the Gungeon people. What is this? This reminds me of Astroneer, but I feel like it's not. Is this No Man's Sky for kids? Oh my god, what is that? That actually looked a little adorable, that monster thing. Little golem looking monster. This game's gonna be better than that Bethesda space game that no one.
My name is Adam Badowski from CD Projekt Red. We are delighted to bring the immersive world of the dark future to
Cyberpunk?
players for the first time. Cyberpunk 2077 is an open-world action-adventure RPG set in Night City. Thanks to Nintendo Switch 2, you can transport yourself to the city of dreams at home or on the go. Get ready to meet unforgettable characters and discover engaging stories when Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition comes to Nintendo Switch 2 on launch day.
This game isn't for kids.
スクエアエニックスの浜口です。Nintendo Switch 2で
This
Final Fantasy 7 リメ
was
イク
impressive.
インターグレードを発売いたします。
This was impressive to hear about.
脱出までを描いた3部作シリーズの1作目となり、20年以上の時を経て再
I need to finish the original.
FF7 を体験いただきます。
I have the original that got reported to Switch.
2で展開する FF7 リメイクシ
So
リ
like
ーズ
you know the PS1 one. Oh, here we go, the montage. Don't care. Looks fun though. There it is! 1, 2, 3. Shaw! We got 5 seconds, boys! Look at it. What do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 health. We got this big circle meter. 3 buffs. And a battery. What can we analyze from what's been shown here? You start with at least 5 health. Yeah, it does look beautiful. Ah. Soul is now Silk. Gotcha. At least it's not wyvern milk. It's a spool? Oh, that's what it was? Sorry, my eyes are playing tricks on me right now. Oh, Puyo Puyo Tetris. I love this game. Rune Factory. I might try that out. Don't care about Star Wars. At least I don't care about the games. Oh, yep, there was Gungeon, there was Hades, Dynasty Warriors. Oh no, Nobunaga's an edition. Launch title. Another launch title. Shadow Labyrinth. What is that? Raito. Later, so that my friends are excited for this game. 2025, no date. Fortnite, well, does that really fucking count? Does Fortnite really count? Fortnite's already out on Switch, isn't it? That doesn't, oh my god, they, bruh. Hey, Leighton. I think some of these were released, some of these were announced in that other Nintendo Direct a couple days ago.
We've shown a lot of games so far.
The next game will be the last from our publishing and development partners. Please take a look.
I've already been spoiled on this, but it's okay. I never even looked at this trailer though. Try finger butthole.
I give you.
Yo, hand holding's not allowed on this Christian Minecraft server. This is. I gotta censor this stream now. There's hand holding.
Turn, O wheel, and transport him to a night of moonlight, to humanity's very dusk.
18+ warning. Thank you. There was hand holding. Oh no. Yay, FromSoft. The game that shall not be named seems oddly similar to another game I know. I didn't want to just straight out say it, but yeah. You there's a freaking robot with a jetpack? What the hell? Yo, it's the moon from Nier Automata. No, I'm kidding. It's not a meal. That would have been funny. Fall damage? Fall damage? Nope. We don't even know. Yo, it's the monster! It's the frog from Monster Hunter! This game is the next Smash. Everybody's here.
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon, as befits the soon to depart.
I pray that you are able, carrier of blood.
Parry this. Nolan, how's it going? Oh, thanks for the sub, dude. Holy crap. Wait, you've been subbed for 6 months? What the hell? What? Yeah, how's it going? Yeah, I've been, I'm rewatching the Nintendo Direct with people in chat. Are you excited for any of the titles so far? Even though we're near the end? Duskbloods. Duskbloods, not Bloodborne. Don't mix it up. Yeah, thanks for the sub, dude. Yo, that's a rat. Oh my god. Yo, how's it going, Resurrection?
What you just saw was a brand new game by From Software.
Have you seen the Direct? Now that we're at the goddamn end of it.
Where the game's director, Hidetaka Miyazaki.
Great timing, bro. No, it's all good.
So please check it out when it's available.
I haven't seen anything besides the new Pokemon and Mario Kart.
Developers who appeared today,
I like the bones
as well as
fish.
our publishing and development
Everyone
partners
likes the freaking
prepared footage for this
bones
presentation.
fish. Yep, Silksong has. If you're familiar with Hollow Knight, its sequel has. The Nintendo Direct is actually just a big setup for the reveal of the sequel of Hollow Knight. Do you remember what the timestamp was, Tassin? Let me find it for you. Okay, I found it. So remember, this 1 hour and 2 minute Direct is solely for this moment here. And since you guys came in a little bit later, I'll show it to you now. This. Sorry, let me get out of here so I don't block it, right? Oh, whoops, that's my overlay. Scuff stream, let's go. This. Oh, I can't get rid of the text bubble. This is perfection. This is beauty. Oh my god. That's so scuffed. That's really funny. I'm gonna keep that there. This 5 seconds was the Nintendo Direct. Fuck Story of Seasons. It was better when it was Harvest Moon. No, I'm kidding. What? 5 seconds tease to get me excited. Yeah. So actually, you know, that was pretty much the rest of the Direct. Everything else was just a trailer of the games they revealed. I'd say, wait, did they? I thought they talked about. Oh wait, let's get to the end where they talk about the consoles.
The future. We hope you're looking forward to it. Thank you for watching.
And then we can have further discussion here, because actually, yeah, I like talking about games and stuff.
To recap, Nintendo Switch 2
June 5th.
on June 5th.
This was a lot earlier than I expected, completely. And I was thinking it was gonna be a Christmas launch, which was also would also be chaotic. The Switch 1 was, I think, early spring, like maybe like March, April or something. I thought. I don't remember entirely. I remember watching a bunch of YouTubers make like a bunch of videos of them waiting in line in New York and stuff. But I remember that wasn't like that. It was a little bit after winter. I just like the fact that it's better hardware. I also have a good setup to play Switch to my PC to record it. And then for me, having all my PC games on Steam and having all my games that are some of them exclusive, some of them I play indie games on my Switch. Having that on my Switch, so just the two, you know, PC and Switch, that covers every single game I already want to play. So right now I like the Switch 2 and what it offers. But yeah, this is a lot earlier than I expected for a release, and I really hope that they produced enough extra consoles to mitigate scalpers, because it's gonna happen. It happens every time. Switch last year when they announced that they were even doing a new console, I'm pretty sure they talked about that they were gonna look into ways on how to reduce the amount of scalpers by overproducing, and I really hope that was true. Otherwise, I don't mind waiting a couple of extra months just to get one in my hands. I don't think I'm gonna be that anal about getting it day one. But I am excited for it.
Finally, here are the hardware options that will be available at launch. For more details, information.
I'm gonna skip a little ahead. Yep, so we got the normal Switch, and then we got the bundle with a download code of Mario Kart. Not a physical copy, a download code.
Nintendo Switch 2 website, which goes live.
But they don't even talk about prices here. But I think a lot of distributors have already talked about prices. $450 and $500. And Mario Kart is gonna be base $80, so you're getting discounted Mario Kart for not having physical. How I feel about that, a little mixed. I really don't care about Mario Kart that much. But $450 for the Switch 2 again puts it in competition with the Steam Deck, I think, right? How much do I have Steam open? I do have Steam open right now. Let me double check the Steam Deck's cost. And just to be fair, I will do the Steam Deck that's not OLED. Steam Deck. The Steam Deck's $400. It's a little pricier than a current Steam Deck. It is $50 more than a Steam Deck. Interesting. I like how they lock pre-orders to people with notifications on and people with a certain amount of hours on a Switch 1. So you know what the funny thing is? If you're in a family plan, only the family plan person that hosts the family plan is eligible for that. All the other underlings in the family plan do not have that luxury of being potentially on that list. I'm not too worried about Nintendo's personal way of distributing however many consoles they have. To be honest, I can't imagine Nintendo being able to support that many orders. Like, again, like, they're the company, right? They're generally getting their products produced and then distributed via distribution companies. So, you know, you're talking about big retailers as well as distribution, right? So I don't think Nintendo is gonna have that much in comparison to retailers to really, you know, lock down and get sold. But they definitely have a lot of control over it since, you know, of course, they're the ones selling it. Yeah, no, it's gonna be a lot of sad stories when we start seeing people like you know, like, you ever see like the news on people. Actually, I'm gonna kick some music in and then cut this. You know how like Pokemon's getting crazy scalped right now too, where people are just going in, buying up all the Pokemon cards and just like quadrupling their price. Like it's sad. So let's see. I want to say the things I was most hyped about, besides Silk Song, of course, you know, to appease Tassent, is probably just the better hardware. I like that the system can handle a lot more, and it makes me excited to play a lot of the older games I still have on my Switch without the crazy bad load times and possibly with better performance. Because, you know, sometimes a lot of the things I played on Switch, they were passably playable. So I hope that, you know, maybe, you know, if a developer needs to add like maybe one system update or one software update to get stuff working right, or one or two, that I'm able to play a lot of the previous games I played just a lot better. I would be already happy with that, because I own quite a bit of games on Switch already, and I have a really big backlog on Switch. So like, it'll benefit me. It'll benefit me immediately from that point on. Everything else is kind of gimmicks to me. I don't think they went over. There was a feature where they were talking about game cartridges and game keys, but I couldn't see it anywhere. So, and not this one either. There was another feature about game keys, and I don't think it was announced here. I think it might have been on their support page website, because yeah, I don't see it. But yeah, no, I'm excited for it. Finally, I think now developers will have a lot of flexibility into what they decide to port. Yeah, it's a little late, but you know, it's I think you know, better now into the summer than later. Another good note is once I get a Switch 2 and then transfer everything over, that probably means I'm gonna be able to hand me down my Switch 1 to my cousin or something. They don't play too many games, and I think they'd be happy with a lot of current Switch stuff too. I don't think I'll mod my Switch 1, but I definitely think it's still healthy enough to hand me down. And plus I have 2 docks too that I can give them.